Imagine this. You're lying in bed, the world outside is silent, and your mind is finally starting to drift. It's 2:43 in the morning. Suddenly your phone buzzes, slicing through the quiet darkness. You squint at the screen, eyes barely open, heart beating a little faster. Another notification from your AI agent, this time asking for a decision about a payment glitch. Something that could wait until morning, but now feels urgent. You try to ignore it, hoping to fall back asleep, but your mind races with possibilities and what-ifs. What if you miss something important? What if a small oversight snowballs into a bigger problem? What if the agent makes a mistake while you sleep and you wake up to chaos? You roll over, now wide awake, tethered to your so-called autonomous workforce, unable to escape the digital leash. This isn't some distant science fiction scenario. This is the reality for countless people today, across industries and time zones. As AI agents run businesses, monitor trends, and answer emails around the clock, their human managers get pulled into a relentless cycle of checking, tweaking, and worrying, never truly off the clock. Instead of freedom, AI brings a new kind of leash, one that tugs at us day and night, blurring the boundaries between work and rest. The promise was simple. AI would work so you could rest, reclaiming your time and peace of mind. But the reality is far more complicated, filled with interruptions and uncertainty. Digital pings and alerts break up our sleep, shattering the fragile line between our personal lives and our professional responsibilities. We become caretakers for the very tools meant to free us, always on call, always responsible. The midnight ping is just the start, a signal that rest is never guaranteed. As AI grows more complex, so do the demands on its human overseers, piling on new worries and responsibilities. And that leaves us wondering, who is really serving whom? Are we the masters, or have we become the servants of our own creations? For years, the dream has been sold everywhere. Set up AI agents, sit back, and watch the money roll in. Imagine a world where your digital helpers run your online shop, answer customer questions, and even write blog posts, all while you're at the beach. You hear stories of people who claim they work only 4 hours a week. The rest of the time, their AI does it all. Passive income, they call it. Money made without lifting a finger. It sounds magical. Who wouldn't want this? AI promises to give us our time back, to let us focus on family, hobbies, and travel, to break free from the 9-to-5 grind once and for all. But for many, the dream slips away soon after the first notification arrives. Instead of freedom, they discover a new routine of constant checking, responding, and fixing. AI doesn't always mean less work, it just means different work. AI never gets tired. It doesn't yawn, it doesn't need coffee breaks, and it never asks for a day off. While you're struggling to keep your eyes open, your digital coworkers are just getting started. It doesn't need weekends or holidays. The lights may go out in the office, but the algorithms keep humming along, processing data and sending notifications, no matter what day it is. While that sounds perfect, it can actually become a trap. The promise of endless productivity can quietly turn into a never-ending cycle of work. Your AI agents may run all day and night, but they still need supervision, updates, and decisions. Someone has to make the judgment calls, fix the errors, and keep everything running smoothly. If you're not careful, you start working their hours instead of your own. The boundaries between your time and their time begin to blur. This creates a strange new kind of stress. It's not just about being busy, it's about being always available, always on call. You find yourself checking notifications at dinner, in bed, or even on vacation. The pings and alerts follow you everywhere, making it hard to truly disconnect. There's always something to review, an alert, a conflict, a request for human input. The workday never really ends, it just moves with you from place to place. The line between off and on disappears. Your home becomes your office, and your office follows you home. AI agents are supposed to free you, but they demand attention in new ways. Instead of doing less, you find yourself doing different things, often at all hours. You may not be answering customer emails, but you are watching over the bots that do. You're the safety net, always ready to step in when things go wrong. Their mistakes are your problem. Every glitch, every unexpected outcome lands back on your desk. Their questions become your burden. You're the human in the loop, the one who has to make sense of the confusion. Slowly you realize you're never really done. The finish line keeps moving, just out of reach. There's always one more task, one more choice, one more ping to answer. The cycle repeats, day after day, night after night. The trap isn't just technological, it's emotional and mental too. The pressure to keep up with tireless AI can leave you feeling exhausted, anxious, and never truly off the clock. Agentic burnout is a new form of exhaustion. It's not just being tired from work. It's being tired from watching, managing, and worrying about your AI agents all the time. You might feel jittery or anxious. Maybe you wake up in the night thinking about errors your agents might make. You can't relax even when you're away from the screen. Your brain never stops running through checklists and what-if scenarios. Sometimes, you get angry at the AI for not being perfect. Other times, you're frustrated with yourself for missing a mistake. You wonder if you're doing enough, or if you should automate even more tasks to keep up. Over time, this constant vigilance wears you down. You might notice headaches, trouble sleeping, or snapping at people you care about. Instead of feeling free, you feel trapped in a new kind of digital cage. Hustle culture used to mean working long hours, always chasing the next big thing. It was about putting in the hours, showing up early, and staying late, all in the name of ambition and success. You'd grind from sunup to sundown, proud of your work ethic, even if it left you exhausted. The late nights, the endless coffee, and the constant pressure to do more became badges of honor. But managing AI agents brings a different kind of hustle. Instead of just pushing yourself, you're now orchestrating a team of digital workers, each with their own quirks and challenges. Now, the hustle isn't about doing all the work yourself. It's about making sure the technology you rely on is actually working for you, not against you. It's about watching over the machines, fixing their mistakes, and staying a step ahead of problems. You're constantly monitoring, tweaking, and adapting to keep everything running smoothly. You become more of a supervisor than a worker, but the pressure doesn't go away. In fact, it can feel like you're responsible for an invisible workforce that never sleeps. In some ways, it's even harder. The boundaries between work and rest blur, and the sense of responsibility grows. There are no clear stopping points. The workday stretches on, and it's easy to lose track of time when your digital team is always active. You don't leave the office and forget about work. Notifications follow you home, and your mind stays connected to the tasks at hand. Your AI is still running, and so is your brain. Even when you try to unwind, you're thinking about what might go wrong or what needs your attention next. You feel responsible for your digital team, even when you're supposed to be off the clock. The weight of oversight never really lifts. The tools have changed, but the stress remains. The demands are different, but just as relentless. In fact, it may be growing. The more we automate, the more we have to manage, and the cycle continues. We need new ways to cope with this always-on world, because simply working harder is not the answer. It's time to rethink what productivity and well-being really mean in the age of AI. Let's hear from people who have lived this. Emma, a small business owner, set up AI to handle her customer service. At first, it was a dream come true, but soon she found herself checking in at all hours, worried the bots would make a mistake she'd have to fix. Then there's Raj, a freelance writer who uses AI to research and draft articles. He hoped to cut his workload in half. Instead, he spends hours reviewing AI output and correcting errors, sometimes more work than just doing it himself. These stories are everywhere. There's the startup founder who can't sleep because her sales bots keep sending alerts. Or the teacher who tried AI grading, only to find herself triple-checking every mark for mistakes. Their message is clear: AI can help, but it can also overwhelm. The key is learning when to let go and how to set healthy limits. So how can you use AI without burning out? Here are 5 practical strategies. First, redefine what true automation means. Automation should free you, not replace one kind of work with another. Only automate tasks you truly want off your plate. Second, set strict agent-free times. Block out hours or even whole days where you ignore your AI's notifications. Give yourself permission to disconnect completely. Third, use AI for simple, repetitive tasks only. Let it handle boring work like sorting emails or updating data. Save complex decisions and creative tasks for humans. Fourth, build in error handling and redundancy. Expect your AI to make mistakes sometimes. Have backup plans and clear ways to review and fix errors before they cause problems. Finally, always prioritize well-being over productivity. Your health matters more than squeezing out every last drop of efficiency. Take breaks, get outside, and don't be afraid to say no to more automation. It's easy to fall into the trap of always being on. But you have a choice. You can set boundaries. You can decide when, how, and why to use AI in your life. Start by asking yourself, are these tools really making my life better? Or am I just trading one kind of stress for another? It's okay to step back, to rethink your routines, and to make changes that protect your peace of mind. Remember, AI is a tool. It works for you. You do not work for it. The goal is not to be the perfect manager or the most efficient overseer. The goal is to live a good life. You deserve time and space to rest, create, and connect with others. Don't let the promise of more steal what matters most. This is a new world, and we're all figuring it out together. Have you felt agentic burnout? Do you struggle to set boundaries with your AI tools? Or have you found strategies that work? Share your story, talk with friends, write a post, or leave a comment below. The more we share, the more we learn, and the stronger we become. AI is here to stay, but we get to choose how we use it. Let's help each other build healthier, happier lives, where technology serves us, not the other way around. Your voice matters. Join the conversation.